Question 3, simplify. So let's move from this point here. Let's look at the question. So the first thing I will do is I will factorize the first part. So let's factorize this. I'll try to use different colors so you're able to see. So I'm factorizing that first part, right? So it would be cross method. So it'll be 1 times 1, and this will be 4 times 3, and I should get 7 there. And remember, both will take the sign of the center. So it'll be x minus 4 and x minus 3. So that's our first step, right? Then we get the second step, which is to factorize the x squared minus 16. Now remember, that's difference of two squares, so I'll have x plus 4 and x minus 4. Right, now when it comes to the next one, remember this is a division, so I need to multiply them and invert it. So let's multiply it, put multiplication, right? And now I'm inverting. I'm going to take the numerator and put it in the denominator and the other way around. So let's just do that there. So looking at this part, which is the numerator, remember that will now go onto the denominator, and I'll factorize with that one time as well. So I'll be left with x plus 4. All right, and then we're going to lastly factorize the bottom part here. So this will be 4 into x minus 3. So this is the idea around this here, is that you need to factorize each and every one and then cancel, because we are multiplying and all are fractions. So the same idea applies for fractions. When you multiply fractions, you cancel. So let's see what we can cancel. We can cancel off this and this, they're both the same, and we can cancel off the 2 and the 4. It goes 2 times, so there's nothing further to cancel off here, right? If it was the other way around, the x plus 4 will be able to cancel and the x minus 3 will be able to cancel, but in this case you can't cancel off horizontally. So I'll write my answer down. Remember, there's a 2 there, so the numerator will be 2 into x minus 3 times x minus 3 over x plus 4 times x plus 4. And if you want to write it down further, you can say 2 into x minus 3 squared over x plus 4 squared. 3.2. Okay, if I had to work from there, remember the first thing we need to do is we need to find the LCD. So the LCD will be 24. So let's write that down, the 24, and let's continue from the question. Remember, I'm continuing from the question. Okay, so the first thing is that the 6 will go into the 24 4 times, so it should be 4 into 2x plus 1. And remember, there's a minus sign there, so we need to write that down. The 8 goes into the 24 3 times, so it will be 3 times 4x minus 1. And then the 4 goes into the 24 6 times, so it will be, remember there's a plus there, 6 times 7. So now I need to distribute this. So I'm left with 8x plus 4 minus 12x plus 4 plus 42 over 24. So 8x, let's bring all the like terms together. 8x and the minus 12x, right? Remember those there, will give me minus 4x. The 4x and the 4x will give me, the 4 and the 4 will give me 8, and the 42 will give me 50. So it'll be plus 50 and divided by 24. Okay, 3.3, the first thing we need to do is sort out this part here. Remember, it needs to become x minus 3, and then by doing that we need to change the sign on the outside there. So let's do that first before we do anything else. Okay, so let's rewrite this down. It's 6x, right? Remember, we can factorize this as well if you want to. This will become x plus 3 and x minus 3. Then this becomes minus 2, stays the same, to x plus 3. Now remember, this now becomes a minus 3 over x minus 3. Right, so now we need to do is we need to look at the denominator and get a LCD. So our LCD will be x plus 3 into x minus 3. So in the first case, the 6x will remain the same. The second case here, we have the x plus 3 goes in there, so we're left with x minus 3. And the third case, we're left with x plus 3. And so now let's multiply through. We multiply through, we have 6x minus 2x plus 6 minus 3x minus 9 over x plus 3 to x minus 3. So let's add these terms up. We've got 6x and minus 2x and minus 3x. So bring them together, we will be left with x, right? Because it's 6x minus 5x when we add the minus 2x and 3x up. So we have x, and then looking at the 6 and the minus 9, I'm left with minus 3. So all the terms are catered for, and then I'm left with x plus 3, which is my denominator, over x minus 3. Now clearly you can see that these two will cancel off, and so therefore remember, this x minus 3 goes here one time, so you need to write down 1 over x plus